deaf, you see.
Yeah, I'm deaf and left here anyway, so it's not the thing. But so we've just been to an interview with Babymetal, a Japanese death metal anime combo, and we are deeply confused, aren't we?
Absolutely, trying to get to the bottom of the obsession and the craze that is behind this three-piece teenage Japanese band.
Well, we met a few fans after the interview, and they all share one overriding feature, which is that they are obsessed, but not in the ways that you'd think. There's nothing sexual about it whatsoever. Let's get that elephant out of the room right now.
Absolutely, yeah. There is nothing sinister or there's no sort of hidden agenda to any fan who is into Babymetal. They just absolutely love them.
Why do you think that is? Why?
From speaking to Simon and to Ben earlier, what we were just discussing actually is sort of what is obsession, and what actually me and Simon were saying earlier, that you have mainstream obsessions like football, rugby, pub culture, things that aren't questioned, things that are particularly quite, I'm going to say normal, which is a bad phrase because it's it's in society and it's in our culture, and we don't tend to question why is anyone into football when it's all fixed and it's a lot of money in it, but then why question why somebody is really into a Japanese three-piece girl band, but it's so obscure. I want to get my head around it.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of folks over here think that it's three teenage girls, and that there must be something nefarious going on with the fans, but it's not that way. I tell you what, right, though, if it was replaced by three teenage Western girls, it would be profoundly. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But why wouldn't it work?
But it wouldn't. It wouldn't also be. It would also have been marketed for. I can imagine over here for lads mags, maybe possibly, or things like that.
Right.
So in Japanese culture, it's more about what it constitutes, which is all the things in Japan like manga. And they're so into their music over there as well. So I definitely believe that the technical side of it has a massive kind of attractiveness, as well as the fact that it's just three girls.
Yeah, and I think as well, the thing about Babymetal is that for me, as a kind of new fan that doesn't know the music that well, when you watch the girls on stage, you're just very confused, but you also feel protective towards them in some weird biological way. You can't put your finger on why you feel that, but that's what you feel. You feel protective of them.
There's a vulnerability about them.
Yeah, totally.
And a total innocence, and I don't know whether that's because of where they're from or because of just how they are, and I don't know if that's because they're quite sort of scripted in their answers, possibly. They're very protected on a whole anyway by an entourage.
Yeah, they are. I mean, we got that in the interview. That there was, I knew that there was you beside me and the three girls in front of me, but behind me I didn't know that the other six crammed into the room. Didn't know who they were.
There was definitely about 7 or 8 people there who all had a say in what they were saying. I think,
totally. It's pretty full on actually.
Yeah.
And the thing that we were queuing up downstairs for the back entrance, and we're waiting for we didn't expect the band to walk past us, and that was instantly disarming because I mean they look cute and stuff on the screen, but when they walk past you in full Babymetal get up, it's quite traumatic. Actually,
your heart does melt, and you totally succumb all of a sudden to them.
Yeah.
You fall in love with them instantaneously.
Yeah, they are.
Like, you're drawn to them, and I think that's what they've managed to do. I think they've managed to pull in, because they are like 3 precious stones.
Yeah, they are, and they are actually. I mean, they look like aliens.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So they're not even real. I almost felt like we were interviewing 3 Disney characters.
Yeah.
It was like interviewing 3 Disney princesses, and I think the kind of I felt in awe of them.
Yeah. Well, it was but I mean, at the end of the day, they are 3 very normal girls. In our interview, Mo was the first 5 minutes just tired and pissed off, in a right huff.
And you can kind of empathise with that. You know, a girl of her age, she probably didn't want to get out of bed. She probably didn't want to have to put her hair up and put her makeup on. Yeah, I can imagine actually.
Totally.
The fact conforming to the brand of the nature of them on a whole is a 24/7 job. And I think for a girl of that age, you could definitely see that she was sat there a little bit tired and a bit, oh, do I really have to be here?
Just add something to that. The other idol group that they belong to, Sakura Gakuin, are not now but later in the year performing the Tokyo Idol festivals, and Yui and Moa can't be there with them, which they would normally be because they're supporting Lady Gaga. So that could be playing on her mind as well. That she loves Sakura Gakuin. She's the student council president for this year. There might be just that little bit of kind of torn between feeling, but she wants to do her best for everybody, and that's tiring.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about going back to our interview, the girls are very professional and they're quite shy as well. So it took me a few minutes to kind of relax. And that's maybe down to the questions I asked that weren't the questions that weren't the best in the interview were the very personal ones to the individual girls. Then it began to relax a bit more, and by the end it was amazing. Actually, it was great fun.
I think asking them about, how they actually feel in terms of, how the stress of doing that sort of choreography on a day-to-day basis is affecting them, and their personal hobbies like playing the guitar and whether she's found time to do that and what she's enjoyed. I think that brought them down to earth a little more. Yeah. And I don't want to say they were able to drop the pretense a little bit, but they were able to maybe relax and share a bit of humanity, which unfortunately I don't think Babymetal on a whole has much humanity because it's so out there and it's so distinctive and fairy tale in a way.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. If we're saying two different things here, does a band have a human aspect to it? Well, it's a preposterous fairy tale.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous. But do the people involved have a heart? Very much so. You only have to look at on YouTube for Moa doing her hysterical antics to know that they care deeply about what they're doing.
Yeah.
But because it's so reserved, it's hard to get that out. Any final words?
I think the chocolate worked a treat.
Yeah, it did. We pitched him with the most predictable gambit you could imagine, which is to bring out a box of After Eights to the interview. And they went...
I never imagined in a million years I would ever present somebody with a box of After Eights with such conviction.
No, you never put a box of After Eights like 3
traditional English chocolate,
ludicrous
Japanese
death metal stars. It was like, that's pretty much not your first things to do in life. Not your bucket list, was it? Maybe climb Mount Everest or Kilimanjaro in a pair of socks, but not anywhere near present some After Eights to 3 manga Japanese schoolgirls. Over and out.